Every day when she gets home, she climbs over the door like a thief. And after entering, she never touches the ground. Only by climbing on the walls using appliances and furniture can she move smoothly through the house. Because she has a natural fear of the ground, Lisa became a high-rise window cleaner after growing up, but she never expected this would nearly cost her life. This day, as Lisa was about to get off work, she suddenly discovered the lift button had malfunctioned. Only if security activated the emergency switch could she safely go home. Otherwise, she would be trapped forever at 100 meters high. But just as the lift was about to reach the rooftop, a group of robbers suddenly burst into the security room. The unprepared guards were instantly shot dead. After the guards died, no one operated the switch anymore. The lift also lost power and stopped outside an energy company on the 50th floor. And this energy company was exactly the target of these robbers. After taking over the building's surveillance system, the robber leader brought several people to the company's party scene. They didn't use force, but put on special breathing devices. Then the leader pressed a switch and released the toxic gas from the center of the hall. These gas cylinders had been placed in advance by their people disguised as waiters. As the gas spread, people began having difficulty breathing and soon collapsed to the ground. But then they put oxygen devices on the company executives and revived them. Their purpose was to force the vault password out of these people and take the company's hundreds of billions in wealth. Seeing this scene, Lisa was terrified, but trapped at 100 meters high, she couldn't leave. Because she was too far from the ground, no matter how loudly she called for help, the pedestrians below couldn't hear her. In the critical moment, she took out cleaning solution from the toolbox and evenly applied it on the glass, then lit it with a lighter. As the flames grew bigger and bigger, people on the ground also saw this huge distress signal. Of course, this also exposed Lisa's position. Soon, the leader found her by following the firelight. Unexpectedly, this person was actually Lisa's colleague, Jimmy. The two had been working together during the day, and after work, he was robbing the boss. Jimmy didn't waste words with her, and directly had his subordinate activate the lift switch, preparing to catch Lisa on the rooftop. Seeing herself getting closer and closer to the rooftop, Lisa directly took out a screwdriver and damaged one of the winches, but the other winch was still intact. Finally, the entire lift hung at a 45-degree angle before stopping. Lisa almost fell down. But before Lisa could catch her breath, she saw the robbers having internal conflict. Jimmy killed a robber who wanted to quit and threw him out the window. He happened to fall onto the crane. This 100+ pounds of weight made the already precarious crane rapidly descend several meters. Even worse, this huge commotion alerted Jimmy again, and he was heading her way. However, Lisa was no longer panicked. She slowly picked up the gun beside the robber, preparing to break the window and climb in to fight Jimmy to the death. But the cunning Jimmy didn't give her the chance. Instead, he used Lisa's friend's life to threaten her to shoot at the pedestrians on the ground, because at this time, police had surrounded the building from the bottom and top. Only this way would Lisa be mistaken by police as the robber's accomplice. Then the police would spend more energy dealing with her. This would create a good opportunity for Jimmy and others to retreat.
The boy asked his mother to put her hand into the shoulder strap, then repeat the back and forth weaving work. Although it effectively relieved the soreness in her arms, it reduced work efficiency. Tens of thousands of back and forth weaves every day had long left a chronic illness in his mother's arms, so the boy never stopped observing to find ways to lighten the burden. Until one day the bicycle chain suddenly fell off. He watched how little strength was needed to push the pedal and make the wheel move forward, and suddenly had an epiphany. After several days of designing, he used 2 wheels and several pieces of broken planks to build the first prototype of a weaving machine. Friends laughed at him when they saw it. Even his parents did not understand him and urged him to get married and start a family early so that his wife could inherit the craft and help his mother weave cloth to earn money. However, the sweet married life made the man forget all about the weaving machine. But only 6 months later, his wife's arms hurt so much that she could not lift them. When the man noticed his wife's condition, he immediately felt heartbroken. Thus, the idea of building a machine reignited in his heart. After his wife understood how the machine worked, she decided to fully support him to keep going, and even took out her savings from many years. Later, the man devoted himself to research and development day and night. Several months later, this simple weaving machine was finally completed. He turned on the power, and the machine actually ran smoothly. But within just a few seconds, the motor suddenly exploded. The explosion shattered all his hard work because he had bought the motor with a usury loan. He had thought the weaving machine would help him pay off the debt quickly, but now the creditor threatened to make him sell his house to repay the money. His father called him a failure, and his mother, who had always loved him, felt unprecedented disappointment. That night, as the man recalled his parents' reproaches, pain and despair took away his courage to face life. He dragged his exhausted body back to his wife only in the early morning. His wife took out her dowry jewelry to pay off the debt, to let the man focus on building the machine and making money. They both decided to move to the city. 1 year later, the man returned home with his wife and child. He wanted to take the machine back to continue his research, but was strongly opposed by his father, who even poured gasoline directly onto the machine. Watching the machine completely burned, the man suddenly realized a wooden machine would never succeed, so he decided to rebuild it with steel. During the day, he worked hard to earn money, and at night, he studied the weaving machine in his rented room. His hands were often covered in injuries. After spending a whole year, he built the second weaving machine, but after looking at it, his wife said it was wrong. The weaving path of this loom should be a figure-8 loop, not a circular motion. The man almost broke down after hearing this. It meant all his efforts and dedication had been in vain again. In anger, he took the machine apart and sold it. But the next day, the man found that a small cylinder could wind the thread into an infinity shape. He quickly ran to the junkyard and brought his parts back home. After his further improvements, the weaving machine was finally successfully developed. He could not wait to transport the machine back to his hometown. Neighbors who had once mocked him all came to see. This time, he pressed the switch with full confidence, but the machine did not respond. He quickly opened the engine, only to find it was a minor problem of aging circuits. He fixed it right away. The weaving machine began to run steadily. His years of hard work finally paid off at this moment. It also meant the era of hand weaving had come to an end.
How's everything? How's school?
Fine.
Have you seen Connor lately?
Yeah, at school.
Right. Jude, I'm sorry. It's okay if you're angry.
Not.
Jude.
It's just, you always push everybody away. I just never thought that you'd do it to me.
I wasn't. No, Jude, I was trying to protect you. So you can get adopted.
Well, I am. I am getting adopted. With or without you. Steph and Lena already started the paperwork.
That's great. Wow. It's all working out.
So, what are you guys gonna do when you get out of here?
Get my daughter back. First thing.
I got a list. I'm gonna be a nurse or like a kindergarten teacher.
I'm joining the army so I could shoot a sweeper.
Or maybe an actress.
I want to be like a beautician and an archaeologist and a housewife. A mom.
Ooh, me too. I'm gonna be a mom.
I hate kids.
Are you guys done with these?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.